Please don't bang the desk is all I ask. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young on this warm July day. Boy, we got some stuff going on in here. We got painting everywhere. We got the studio being painted, and we have a painter as a guest. Or I'm sorry, a photographer. But it's all art in its own right. So smelling the fumes of the paint outside the room, and I have an awesome show tonight anyway. But before we get to them, I've got a few underwriters to read, and then we will commence per usual. So I want to thank Auto Country, king of the used car in Abington, #1 in the dealer ratings for Massachusetts in 2021. Been with me since the beginning, great in customer service. So we got them. We got the barber shop in Whitman. We got Lynch's Towing, Auto Cycle, and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. Always looking for new scrap metal and projects for junk cars and big cars and whatever else for my pal Lynchy pays money for. We got him in Brockton. We got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got A1's Tire and Auto Center in Brockton. Always looking for new service techs and writers. We got Auto Town Auto Glass installed in Abington. We got Manny's Auto Repair in Taunton. We got Comfort Upholstery in East Bridgewater. We got Fairdiologist 101 Barbershop in Brockton. We got a new one, Uplifted Nutrition in Taunton, make great shakes and nutritional drinks. We got another new one, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, RBJJ Taunton, Brazilian top team in Taunton. We got Furnace Brick Motors in Easton, always the greatest deals in town. And we got Countertops Express in North Attleboro. We got the Gun Runner LLC in Middleborough, dedicated to your Second Amendment rights for customers or friends. We got Easton Fitness in the Village Shops in Northeastern. We got Doggy Boutique, All-Beat Professional Grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next-door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We got RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton. We got Chapin Sheds in Whitman. We got Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We got Joe's Diner in Taunton. We got Something for Your Dust in Plymouth. We got MP Sports Cards in Carver. We got Fiesta Chara Family Mexican Restaurant in Carver. We got Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We got Crazy Axes Rec Center in Hanover. We got Mini Arrows, the Butcher Shop in Rockland. They're a new one. We got Main Ingredient in Middleborough, Just Good Food. We got Boston Tent and Party in Halifax. They're a new one. We got Pals Driving School in Middleborough, taking kids in or people learning to drive in the Middleborough and vicinity for the remainder of July and August. And we got Pacini's Pizza in Middleborough. They deliver. We got the Cornerstone Barbershop in Pembroke. We got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got Maggie's Cuts in Kingston. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We got Middleborough. We got DNS Auto Works in Abington. We got Ocean Street Auto Repair in Marshfield. And I want to thank you guys very much. And on that note, I will finally introduce Alicja Kosalka, got it, okay. Oh yeah, I don't want to read. Okay, we got her here for the show, and I want to thank you very much for being on Topic Time and coming up all the way from the great state of Connecticut.
It wasn't my pleasure. Yes, I came from Connecticut, from New Britain.
Oh, that's quite a haul, definitely. And I see you brought a lot of your work with you, and we're looking right at it. And it just so happens that some of the people that you've photographed have been guests on my show, some of the most beautiful ones, obviously.
Oh yeah, I photographed many models, and they were on your show.
They were. And I'll tell you what, if you have any models that weren't on my show, send them my way. I'd love to have them on again.
I will.
Okay. All right. Well, so tell me about your history. You're a Polish. You immigrated from Poland at some point in your life, right?
Yes, in 1996.
Okay.
I emigrated with family.
All right. Cool. So tell me about what life was like in Poland growing up, and let's talk about that. And then we'll work our way forward to how you got into this awesome, lucrative business of yours. So go ahead.
Yeah. When I came here, I just was looking for some job.
All right, hold up a second. Before I want to find out even before you came here, what was life like for you in Poland growing up? And then tell me why you came here.
For me it was not bad because I was accountant.
Okay.
And I was working in bookstore with old books and new books, and I was selling books and doing accounting.
Okay.
But I won green card and came here with family.
Okay. Now you have your husband with you today. Were you married in Poland?
Yes, we are married 32 years.
Oh, wow, it's awesome. So you 22 years?
32.
32, okay. So you were married, so you came from Poland in 1996. That was 26 years ago.
Yes.
So you were married in Poland before that, obviously.
Yes.
Probably, it sounds like 1989 or 90. 90, right.
Yeah.
Of course, I would have gotten to that next. Okay. And you had started a family, then you brought him to the U.S.
Yes, we came with son and daughter.
Yep, okay.
and one more daughter was born here.
Cool. Awesome. Okay. So you got 3 children.
Yes.
What are they, teenagers now?
Oh, no, there are like 29, 26,
Oh,
and
okay.
18.
Yeah, I gotta feel pretty old because I can't figure you couldn't be older than me, and yet you got kids that are probably adults.
Yeah, when I looking at my son, I feel very old. But when I going with my youngest daughter, 18, I feel young.
But that's cool. They're keeping you young. All right. Well, how did you get into this awesome business? How did you? I mean, obviously you've got some books with you that you put together aside from the beautiful glossies that you brought. So tell me about how that started.
Oh, it was something that I never expect because when I came here, I couldn't find job as an accountant because of my English. But I started learn English in library, high school, and later I moved to college. And in college, I took business degree.
What college was it?
In Tanxis.
What is it?
Tanxis Community College in Connecticut.
Okay.
And on last semester, they required art elective.
Okay.
And because I always love photographing, that I choose photography.
Okay.
And it was dark room, and I was in love.
Cool.
And after this class, after I graduated and get my associate from business, I decided to learn more photography, that I took more classes. And I enjoyed that much that I finished one certificate. And in 2016, I opened LLC.
Okay. That's the name of your studio, LLC?
No, it's like I opened the business.
What's it called, LLC?
Alicja Photography,
Alicja,
LLC.
okay, got it, okay.
And after this, I finished another certificate for photography. And this is how I am in photography. I work in aerospace Monday to Thursday. And
You do what, Monday and Tuesday, aerospace?
Yes.
You mean like you're an engine, a space tech person?
First, I was machine operator for milling and turning for 8 years. I work with my husband. And now, 18 years, I working like office administrator, accounts receivable.
That's a whole different thing than photography, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Huh. Okay. How did you end up there? How did you end up doing that?
Because it was connected with my business degree.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Do you have anything to do with the new telescope? They're getting pictures of the stars. Did you take any of those? It's been on the news like crazy all week. And I think those pictures are beautiful. The way the universe looked billions of years ago. It looks like you might have taken them.
You're talking about large moon yesterday?
No, I'm talking about like the whole, like 14 galaxies all between.
No.
You didn't see on the news all these.
No.
It's the biggest thing going right now.
No. Yesterday I was watching the biggest moon in whole year.
Okay. All right. So you had nothing to do with those pictures taken of the galaxies.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
All right. So you don't do space. So most of the photography you do is basically like models and people, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I doing also like aerospace. I doing industrial. I doing landscape.
Okay. So anything they want, anyone that hires you for something, that's what you get. So let's talk about these books you put together. This is incredible.
Okay. First, it was...
And feel free to hold them up. That's what that camera's for.
This is books, Best Photography 2016.
Wow, look at the size of that thing.
Yeah,
wow.
My photos...
All yours, right?
Yeah, my photos was it was photos that I did in college.
Okay.
And for me, it was huge success because, fighting with hundreds and thousands photographers.
Okay.
It was like huge competition. And this is how I start my fantasy series.
Okay.
Fantasy series is that I take photos of the person and, for example, flowers from my garden.
Okay.
And I put 2-3 photos together. This is how my daughter looks like, and this is another my daughter looks like.
Wow.
And I have whole my fantasy series in the album. And most of my fantasy series are like won the contest or honorable mention in New York, New London, in Russia, and all over the world. I also have solo exhibit in Art League in New Britain with 60 photos that I was showing my fantasy series.
Wow. Okay.
I exhibit every year in Open Studio Hartford.
Okay.
During the COVID, it was no exhibit, but last exhibit, it was in 2019. It was 400 artists.
Wow.
And I was showing like 100 photos.
Oh, that's incredible.
And I won also, I was featured in Hartford Courant.
Incredible.
For this photo.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay. So where do you go to these exhibits? Where are they? Just all over the country?
All over the country is like on computer.
Okay.
Digital, but here local, like in Connecticut.
Okay.
I just showing all these photos.
That's amazing. And this is, so how do you manage to, I mean, this isn't your full time though. Your first 2 weeks, your first 2 days of the week are at the aerospace thing.
4 days in the week. I'm working for aerospace.
Okay.
And Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's your day to do photography?
Yes.
Wow. Amazing. Wow. Man, it's amazing you had time to come up here today for the show. That's incredible.
Oh, I just take half personal day.
You are. You know how to budget your time very well.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever taught photography? Do you do any teaching or anything like that?
Yes, I was teaching in West Hartford Art League.
Okay.
For like 2 seasons, but it was take too much time preparing for the class.
Okay.
I tried to learn like all camera setting and try to teach. It was third job. It was too much for me.
Oh, well, I guess. Wow. Okay. So you just take the pictures now. Who did your bindings for your books?
I mostly, like for example, I was photographing Polish president arrival.
Oh wow.
Then I have even his signature.
Okay.
Then some book like this,
okay.
I sold to people who were.
It looks like you get room for more stuff in there.
Yeah.
You want to make you could probably add more pictures.
Yeah, I have like all.
So you were at the, is this the White House?
No, Polish president was at the New Britain, and I was photographer for consulate.
Cool. Okay.
But actually.
So it sounds to me like you got some political ties too, obviously.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Do you ever go back to Poland now?
Yes, we're going in August.
You going when, in August?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
I was also photographing Polish Miss Polonia.
Okay.
Red carpet gala that I enjoy very much.
I guess so. Oh, those are amazing.
Yeah.
So you do these pictures like all over the world, basically. You might as well. I mean, you're an international. That's incredible. Have you ever sold any of your pictures to a magazine or a newspaper, like UPI?
Yeah, I am not maybe sold, but I am published already in 260 magazines.
Wow. Okay.
Many of them are on the cover, but most of these models are published.
Yeah, yeah. So what did you tell me about your studio? Was it at your house?
My 2 oldest children moved from the house, and my husband did studio for me in their room. And one room I have like strobes background, and one room I have like more lifestyle with natural light and all these plants and.
Okay. Now, when you set up for a photo shoot, do you do it all yourself, or do you have people help you? Do you have anyone working for you, or do you work by yourself?
I set up studio by myself, but very often I work with makeup artist.
Okay.
But she's coming to my home and prepare models.
Right. Okay. Sounds to me like from basically what I'm seeing here, you pretty much that's pretty much your big forte of the models.
Yeah, I photograph like 160 models over like 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, that must be the. I assume that's the big packing of your order there is the models, the biggest part of your work, packing of it. Right. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, when you do the model pictures, do you send them off to get the models work? Does that work?
It mean mostly
Or are you the work?
Most models won't publish photos in magazine.
Right.
But I prepare all of them and just
that's where these end up in magazines.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Wow. That's incredible.
And I started doing this because during the COVID I didn't have much job, but just to do something.
Right. Yeah. So basically, COVID actually was a boon for you.
Yes.
Slightly. Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because I have less work in my regular full-time job.
Yeah.
But I try to use this time just not to be bored.
Now, do you take any other kind of photographs, like maybe sports action? You ever done
Yes,
that?
I doing like a lot of school musical.
Okay.
Right now, wedding,
Okay.
first communion, engagement.
Okay. All right. So basically,
Dancers.
events that involve people.
Yes,
Okay. Now, what about news shots? You never did that?
yes, I did.
Oh, tell me about that. How did you end up doing? I mean, that's a little tricky because you have to be right on the spot when something's going on.
Yeah.
So how do you work that?
It's everything in the room. I can shoot everything.
Do you have? Okay, all right. Tell me about your camera. What do you? I mean, do you have a small? I mean, do you have like more than one camera? Do you use like one camera for certain types of shots and one for another? Like maybe a big camera and a small camera for different things, depending on what it is.
Usually, I work with 3 cameras because I using different lenses.
Okay.
And on each camera, I have different lens. I don't want to switch lenses. It's just too much time, and
Interesting.
I can damage all the thread on the lens. But I prefer have different camera. But usually, I have like harness with 2 my cameras on the side, and 1 small camera mirrorless I have on my belt.
Okay, so basically, I mean, the cameras are portable, right? I mean, I took a photography course in college, and I flunked it terribly. Because the guy I took it from was a perfectionist, and it was like photography 101, but it was basically the old-fashioned stuff. You develop your own pictures. Do you have a dark room at home?
No, but I was doing this in 2 semesters in college.
Okay.
But actually, I did this, and
Yeah,
I
right,
have
you
a
had
lot
to learn
of
that stuff.
Yes.
Your photography now is primarily digital, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
it's only digital because I photograph a lot and
Right.
like
You have to get a lot. Yeah,
developing.
production-wise, it would only be feasible to go digital.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. So how long did it take you to create all these books?
Not
You started from 2016, so I guess that's since then. These are all from 2016 on, right?
Yes, but I have at home like hundreds of books.
Yeah, okay.
From each event, I try to make the books.
Okay, wow. That's amazing.
When somebody wants to hire me, it's just much easier showing.
Yeah,
Look at the book, look at the picture.
It's certainly going to be easier than carrying these around. I mean, you don't have your husband.
This is why I have husband
your husband,
who
right? Exactly. He helps you out, and as it should be. Are your kids involved in helping you out
Yes,
too?
when we're doing exhibit like in open studio, usually I have set up for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And like last time I have 100 photos, but actually like 5-6 person is helping me because you have to everything hang on the wall.
Yeah, okay.
I usually have like 3-4 large tables, 6
Okay.
feet long, but it's a lot of work.
I'm sure it is. And at your house, I'm sure you have pictures all over your wall too, so people can.
Yeah, I don't have any more empty space on my wall.
That's what I figured, right? Okay. And and why would you want it? I mean, obviously, but you're gonna always want to hang more.
Yes.
So-
Then sometimes I changing them.
Oh, well, I'm sure you do. How do people find you now? What do they do? They just call you online. Are you online, and I assume you're easy to access on.
When you look for photographer near New Britain or in Connecticut,
Yeah.
my website pop-ups on Google,
Yep. Okay. But now.
on Facebook, on Instagram.
Okay. Do you have people that? Now you sell your pictures all over the world, right? Basically.
Yes.
Okay. But that's probably done online, right? Mostly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so the people ever order pictures from you, like let's say, I mean, have you ever traveled like I know you've done Poland, you do most of your pictures in Connecticut, but have you ever traveled across the country or across the world to take pictures for any reason?
Every vacation, we going.
Yeah.
We like to take vacation, but we never plan. We just going around
Just go and
the
somebody's
US
scenic, and there you go.
and just to see. And actually, I sold some photos on Fine Art America. It's
Okay.
a website for artists, and on Etsy.
Okay.
And landscape.
Cool. Landscaping meaning outdoor stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you prefer outdoor to indoor shooting, or doesn't it matter? I'm sure you can handle
No,
either.
I love both.
Yeah.
This is why when somebody asks me for communion portraits, I offer, for example, have our outdoor and
Yeah.
have our in the studio, because those are totally different.
Yeah, I'm sure
stuff.
they are. Okay.
In studio, I have more like pose. Outdoor is more emotion,
Yeah.
more like fun.
You can see the wind blowing the trees, and I'm
Yeah,
sure you can get
yeah.
those special effects. You're probably very good at that.
Yeah, but you cannot like compare those
No,
photos.
right, exactly. Okay. So how many people do you have on, I mean, how many models do you have on call right now to work with?
Right now, I try to reduce models because I am
Obviously, you have quite a
shooting more
few.
weddings.
Okay. Okay, I'm sure this is the wedding season anyway.
Yes, but I shooting as second shooter, I associate shooter, but
Okay.
it's for somebody else, or I shoot like my own weddings. But I
You
try
shot your own wedding?
It's mean I photographing wedding like for me, because when I
You don't mean your marriage, you mean someone.
when I shooting as second shooter, I shooting for somebody else.
Right.
When I shooting as associate,
Yeah.
I shooting also for somebody else.
Right. Okay.
Main photographer,
Right. Okay.
just give me the job.
Okay.
But sometimes I shooting like my own wedding. It's mean job is just for me.
Okay. Did you shoot your own wedding when you got married?
No.
Oh, yeah, nobody does
Yeah,
that.
because my Polish, English sometimes it's
Yeah,
like,
but you got married in Poland, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful.
and I wasn't photographer.
Well, you weren't. Yeah, you weren't one then.
No,
But you obviously love it. That's incredible. So how much time a week do you spend taking pictures on average? Like you say,
A lot, every day.
Every day,
Every evening.
even when you're working at your other job, you still find time to take.
After work, we very often go to the park, and I just taking picture
Yeah.
of everything, what is moving, not moving.
Right, I understand. Okay. And do you have people that, I mean, aside from models, do you have other like types of people that set stuff up? Do you have people that have, you don't do stock photography? You know what that is?
It's like product photography. Yes, I was doing this before, but,
Okay.
but not.
Not so much now.
No,
What about for like people's businesses? Like, if somebody has looking to make signs for their stores and stuff like that.
No, but people ask me for like doing jewelry or like liquid.
Okay.
But it was like
Oh,
product
cool.
photography.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's always a demand for pictures. I mean, the world.
Can I show you more pictures that I have behind those?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Just be careful you don't drop your mic.
No. This
Don't drop the picture. That's great. All right, there you go. I'll guide it there.
More.
Wow. Woo. Excellent. Okay. I think we pretty much got them all now. Wow.
Yeah, some of them is just some.
You got a lot of,
work
yeah, I mean,
from
this is incredible. You just keep piling it on.
Yeah.
How about, have you ever taken pictures of, I mean, aside from the Polish president, have you ever taken any other celebrities?
Like mostly like Polish politicians, because I also work sometimes for Polish newspaper and
Oh, you
for
do?
Spanish newspaper.
Okay.
And they send me to some event that happened around New Britain.
Okay.
But I
It's
shoot
basically
all
just around
politician.
It's basically New Britain, though.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the possibility of going out and shooting? I mean, I can see you doing like commercial photography of, of rock stars and TV movie stars too. What about that?
Oh, I didn't shoot movie stars. I only shoot runway models.
Oh, so far, but I mean, I'm talking about, would you ever, I mean, is there any chance that being that you're so well established that might be a possibility for you at some point?
Of course, I am always open of all possibility.
I know.
I never shut the door.
I know that. What I'm getting at is, would you ever call people, would you ever promote, say, contact people in Hollywood or New York or wherever big celebrities are going to be hanging out and say, can I take some shots of so-and-so?
Actually, I contact like some celebrity for
Well, tell me about that.
review my work.
There you go.
I contact Lindsay Adler, and she's like American photographer, and she's educator.
Okay.
And I was on to her workshop, and after this I sent her email if she can give me a review.
Okay.
And
Cool.
actually she gave me, and I was very happy.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. You're going to get reviewed, so people,
Yeah.
doing it. Because I've had other photographers on the show. I had a guy on the show a few years ago in 2014 who shoots models, and he also shoots, like he works for WAAF, the radio station, and he goes out and shoots rock stars, pay him like $1,000 a night. I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could think. Doing what you do, I can see you taking pictures of famous people as well.
I try, but sometimes, somebody who is not famous, but if you help,
It's a good picture
him,
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, I suppose. But
Yeah.
I'd love to say that at some point after you were on my show, that if I'm opening up a newspaper and I see a picture of, maybe Taylor Swift or something at a wedding or whatever, and you took a picture, your name is on it. That would be really sweet.
One time when we went in Poland, we photographed like city and we saw the show,
Okay.
Tab Model, but it was Polish version.
Okay.
And actually I have many picture that all this celebrity like waving to me.
That's great.
Oh, it was like eye contact, but I love something like this.
Oh, that is awesome. So you don't have no problem getting people in the shot.
No.
That's great.
No.
Okay. Now, what about taking pictures of like things that aren't as pleasant, like some of the poorer neighborhoods? I know Connecticut. Like, have you ever gone to Bridgeport and taken pictures of some of the street people there? I'm just wondering.
Actually, in 2017, in Best Photography book, my photos from New York.
Yeah.
It was some poor New Yorker walking on the street.
Yeah.
I captured him.
Yeah.
And my photo was chosen to Best Photography book in 2017.
Perfect. Okay. Would you ever consider maybe trying to send your pictures to Life for Time magazine?
I didn't send to this magazine, but I sent to many others.
Well, because someone like doing what you're doing could definitely have their photographs in Time magazine or Life magazine that they could be seen for years to come. Life magazine is like when they have it's all the news and pictures mostly from every year, going back to when whenever they were.
I have to look into this, but I was sending to Land Sculpture magazine in New London.
Okay.
And I got like many reviews from them, and I sent many pictures, and many of them won honorable mention.
Okay. So tell me about the newspaper pictures you shot. You say you work for Polish and Spanish newspapers?
Yes.
Okay. How did that? Now, how did you do that?
They just give me like topic that at this time, at this moment, there will be some celebration, and I go shooting whole the event, and I sending photos to newspaper, and they publish in.
Wow, that's all in Connecticut though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds to me like you're accessible. He's your husband taking pictures of us. Sounds to me like you love you make it work so that you don't have to travel too far.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be. You want to be happy.
Yeah,
with
but
what you
sometimes I taking like other possibility. I just shoot wedding recently in Rhode Island.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what, Alicia? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is look at the camera and give shouts out to people that are going to see it. You can start with your husband. He's right in the studio. You can talk to your kids or whatever. And then, we'll condense them and then we'll wrap it up with my theme song.
Okay.
So go ahead.
Thank you very much for bringing me here and for opportunity to show my work. I really enjoy
Me too.
speaking with you and looking for opportunity to work with you guys.
Okay. And well, if you had fun with me, I want you to get every model that you've had that I haven't had on the show. Let's see if you can get her on.
Yeah, I will try.
You obviously have so many models. Send them up here. I know.
I will publish your YouTube video on my website, and I will recommend you.
That would be great. Okay. So one more thing I want to ask before we wrap it up. Do you have anything coming up in like a show or anything at all in the near future that you might have forgotten about that you want to mention real quick, or anything like that? If not, that's fine. But I just want to double check.
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. Just keep doing. Just keep on keeping on. Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, you did a great job.
Yeah, just maybe you can find me on www.aliciaphotography.com.
Got it. All right, we'll find you there.
Yeah.
All right, well, you ready to wrap? That looks great.
Yeah.
You ready to wrap the show up the way we began
Yes,
it?
perfect.
Okay, folks, thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. There we go.